Uh, from what we just saw there, you guys are obviously very close friends. So like was mentioned earlier today, like the important part of this process is that you are like running as a pair, but there's the potential to that you would be voted in as individuals, right? So our question is, what is it about your partner that you think kind of like complements your own characteristics and would lead to you two being a great team together?
True, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, we are housemates too, and so we've been together from the summer, and it's fun. I think with Patrick, well actually we'll just talk about our own experience when we were writing, I guess like our stuff, our advertisements to go on their link and everything, right? It was a really, I guess it was the first chance that we really got to see like just us two in this position, what are we gonna do? And it was, Patrick was so focused on, you know, making it so perfect and making it as great as it can be. And I was like, it's 11:30, hurry up, right? And it's like these things, I think in that sense, we got to see how much we were able to actually like balance each other out in the way that, yeah.
And like I know for me, like I'm very much a perfectionist kind of person. So, like I always want to make sure like anything that I do, like I want to do like a really good job with it as best as I can. And if I Adam, he's very much like a go-getter type of guy. And so like I really like that like he keeps me accountable in that way. And then like I want to make sure that I keep him accountable and like making sure that everything that we do is going to be a good job too.
Yeah. I don't know if I could.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you guys had a great point about diversity and respect, two real core concepts of being a pathogen. And what does respecting differences mean to you?
Respecting differences. I think, well, it's kind of like how Patrick brought up that point that when he was in Welcome Week, he sometimes felt that he was in summer camp, something like that. And we've met a lot of people, and I guess even a lot of our friends say that, you know, this cheering loud all the time, it's fun, especially faculty fusion like that's awesome. But all the time, that's not always necessary. And I think a lot of it has to do with just approaching a first year from a genuine point of view, which is why we try and create that environment that if let's say, like, I want one of the pathogens to tell first year, you should go to the Student Wellness Center for this, right? And then an upper year has an experience and they say, to be honest, like, I went once, and I think that you should go, but I'd also think that you should go to this place for a second thing. Like, just bringing your own experiences to it, right? And that's, I think, the diversity that we'd like to create. Don't take everything that we say at face value, because we're not all knowers. We don't know everything. So we'd really like everyone to just incorporate their own opinions.
I guess, yeah, just like, even though like, if we were lucky enough to like get this position, like, although it's like a really cool position, like we know like we're not any different because of getting that position. Like we wouldn't expect people to take everything that we say at face value. And like expect, okay, now everything they say we have to do now. And so like we want to recognize that a lot of people have even more experience than us in this doing this, and so we'd want to let others have that kind of input on us.
I guess just to keep it consistent, sorry. Yes, Ron?
Oh, same question? Okay, so one of the things that really goes unnoticed during Welcome Week, so after Move-in Day, so Monday till Friday, is that within BHSC, I'm not sure about other faculties, but within BHSC, a lot of the events also welcome the incoming transfers into our community. And here at BHSC, we always preach the idea of inclusiveness. So what I've noticed over the last 2 years as a pathogen was that the turnouts in regards to the transfers have not been that great. How would you guys go about trying to deal with this, I wouldn't say problem, but this situation, trying to increase the turnout for transfers in these events? So like faculty night, faculty day, and the theater.
I guess like one of the things is like I kind of wanted to do that, never really happened. It was like there wasn't a big second year event where like all the transfers kind of like got to know everyone, and like there's still some people like I guess I do know, I guess like posting like when you're from LP and stuff like that. But like a lot of people I'm just like, wait, are you a transfer? Like, oh no, I'm sorry, like you're here first year. And so like it would have been nice to kind of have like an all-inclusive event where it had all the second years come together. I guess I don't know if that would have been a part of actually Welcome Week in general, but like it would have been maybe like having an event where all the second years get to know each other again. Would be nice.
Yeah, if I could speak to like, especially being in biomed, like we didn't have biochemistry in the beginning. We didn't meet as many people throughout the year. So to be honest, like I haven't really met any of the transfers myself still, which is kind of sad unless I've just talked to them like randomly sometimes. But what I think one of the issues might be that when you're a pathogen, and like rightfully so, you're also put it as this authority figure, and you're also put as this person who knows everything. Which I mean, in a lot of cases, like you want first years to be able to approach you and to ask you questions, right? So that's great. But I think from a transfer point of view, especially like if you're in that year, you're going to become friends with these people, right? And good friends potentially. So I think it's the idea of that during Welcome Week, approach it less as in, oh, I'm here to tell you about this, this, and this, and I'm here to become your friend. And I think that's the way that we could address that.
So your last question is about the training weekend, so think back over the training week.
Mhm.
I'm wondering what you guys want to see in your team heading into Welcome Week, so what qualities, and what you would do during training in general to kind of work on that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so I'll say an idea that I had too. When I was a pathogen last year, it was amazing, but I realized that still at the end, as much as I got to know people, I didn't get to know them that well, right? And I was thinking something that might be cool is if we have a mini pathogen talent show or something just amongst the pathogens, because everyone has something like so unique, and I think this is along the idea of diversity that Brian was asking, and that I'd really like to see that in everyone, right? I mean, like, okay, a few people know me from musical, then like I can sing or whatever, but I mean, like, do you guys know that Yuichi plays ball? Like I don't know, like, he's a baller, you know? It's like, you know, like, getting to know those different things about different people, I think that would be really cool.
And like I know, like I guess you get like paired up with like a partner to have like a group in faculty night, but like maybe it'd be cool to like have like more like divisions and like having like groups like do like some sort of events together as well. And so like there's more intermingling, I guess, that normally wouldn't happen.
And a lot of what Patrick and I talked about too was that how when we talk to pathogens, if we get this position, we don't want it to be as a we're talking to like almost down on you, or we're talking to you from a higher position. We want it to be very much like, let's have a conversation about what we can do together. And I mean, there's something that I know Patrick's really good at too, so that's good. And we want it to just be as friendly an environment as possible, not create these like superiority attitudes between anyone. So.
Thank you.